I'm going to be ranking the best buyout cards right now in NBA 2K23. My team ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 30 to 35 of the best buy now cards currently in the game. If you guys don't know what I mean by a buyout or a buy now card, is that's going to be any card under 100,000 MT, because if you have to go bid on a Bobo, a Luka Doncic, any of those new dark matters, it's going to cost you 500,000 MT, and you have to go place a bid to obtain one of those cards, where all these cards on this list will be purchasable off the auction house, just in a buy now form. So 90,000 MT, you can just go buy them right away. You don't have to wait for an auction, and these are just going to be some of the best cards in the game for under 100,000 MT. So hopefully this video does help you guys out, and if you guys do like it, let me know in the comment section down below. I did in the past and you guys seem to enjoy it, so want to get you guys an updated version of that and just go over the best buy now cards currently in the game. So first off here is going to be the hero DeMarcus Cousins. I would probably go somewhere in B, maybe even the C tier category. Like, I think DeMarcus Cousins is good. Don't get it twisted. I think he's a very solid card. He's 6'10" at the power forward position, 7'5" wingspan. I wish his defense was a little bit better for the stats. The badges are pretty solid, and I do like his jump shot. I think it's a decent release. I feel like you can green it pretty consistently in the catch and shoot. And then he's also got great dribble sigs. He's got the quick drops off one. He's got front clutches. All around a great offensive power forward in the game. I do think DeMarcus Cousins probably going to be somewhere in that B tier category. AK 47, 1000% going to be in the S tier spot. I think he's a top 5 buyout card currently in the game. I mean, he's still one of the best small forwards, and I would say probably still is the best buy now small forward in the game. He's 6'9" at that small forward position with a 7-foot wingspan. We know what AK can bring to the table. Elite level defense, one of the best in the game. And then he's also got a good jump shot with the O-shape or shed base, and the Miles Bridges up around, very quick timing. He's got the tray fade and also the tray dribble sigs as well. So amazing movement on the card. Can play defense. 6'9" at the 3. I think he's most likely going to be an S tier. Bam Adebayo, the dark matter playoff version, I think he's right at 100,000 MT. Like, I saw his dark matter for, I think it was 97 or 98,000 on Xbox, so he's right just under the buyout range of 100,000. And this card's like, he's decent, especially after the especially after the Evo. I think he's going to be a decent power forward. Like, he's 6'9", 7'2" wingspan. He's got great defensive stats, tons of good Hall of Fame defensive badges. I'm just not the biggest fan of this card's jump shot. I think I will move DeMarcus Cousins down into C tier. I think Boogie's going to be super high C, but I think him and Bam are kind of on the same level at the power forward position. Scotty Barnes, I'm gonna go in B tier. A very good all-around point guard in the game. He's 6'8", plays good defense, great wingspan. He can drive to the basket. All around, still one of the better buyout cards currently in the game at the point guard position. Mo Bamba, am I crazy to say A tier? I absolutely love this Mo Bamba card. I know some people might not be as high on him as I am, but like, I just love this Mo Bamba card. I don't know what it is. Like, he's just 7 foot, great player model, great wingspan. He plays elite level defense. He just feels super quick on the court. Let me know if you guys do like Mo Bamba at the center position. And I also like that he can play power forward as well, if you want to run like double bigs and have him at the power forward spot and be super overpowered there. Desmond Bane, I do think unfortunately is going to have to go in D tier. I mean, even though he's probably a fun card to use, I don't think he's going to be that great, only being 6'5" at the 2 with a 6'4" wingspan. His defensive stats are solid. His jump shot's okay, but his movement isn't like crazy good. If he had like an insanely good jump shot and amazing dribble sigs, I think he would be a lot higher on this type of list. And he is a buy now. I think he's around 50K for his dark matter version. I just don't think he could be really any higher than D tier, because these are some of the best buy now cards in the game and some of the best cards at their positions. Elgin Baylor, I think, is also going to be somewhere in B tier. I do like the card at the point guard spot. He's 6'5", plays pretty solid defense, has an amazing jump shot with the PJ Tucker base and the Steph Curry up around, very quick timing, and then he also does have that tray fade and some pretty good sig. So for me, Elgin Baylor, I think is going to be a B tier point guard alongside Ben Simmons. I mean, the big thing with Ben Simmons is just how big of a point guard he is. Being 6'11" at the 1, he's got a 7-foot wingspan, elite level defensive stats and badges. He's a great rebounder. He can still finish at the rim at a high level. I think you still got to give Ben that B tier category. Jonathan Bender, I think I'm gonna go A. I think Bender is close to being in the S tier category. I still value his, offense and just his defense being a 7-foot small forward with a, I think it's a 7'3" wingspan, I do believe. But yeah, he's got a great player model in game. It's actually a 7'4" wingspan, and all around stats are really good. He's got an amazing jump shot. He's got pretty good dribble sigs. I mean, really good sigs for a 7-foot card, and all around is just a demigod at that small forward position. And I do think for the buy now tier list, he's going to be an A tier. Isaac Bonga, I kind of want to go A tier as well. I think Isaac Bonga is super elite at the point guard position. Like, I was really pleased and honestly impressed with how well Isaac Bonga played when I did try him out yesterday or 2 days ago when you guys are watching this video. But yeah, 6'8" at the 1, 6'11" wingspan, great all-around stats and badges. But the main thing about this card is really his jump shots. I think for now, I'm gonna go Isaac Bonga in B tier. I mean, I kind of want to go A because I do like him over Scotty Barnes, over Ben Simmons, and Elgin Baylor. I think I'm gonna go Isaac Bonga in A tier. I'm gonna go Vince Carter and probably, am I crazy to say C tier? I think he's still a very good offensive card. I'm not really sure about his defense, and his jump shot could be a little bit faster. Is it crazy to say Vince Carter in C? I'm gonna go C tier for now, but he might get moved up to B tier later in the video. Ousmane Dieng, I think you gotta go A tier. I do like him a little bit more than Ben Simmons, Elgin Baylor, and Scotty Barnes. He's 6'10" at the 1, 7'2" wingspan. A really good all-around defensive stats. I think he's a very solid point guard for especially being a buy now, and he's only like 20,000 MT, which is an insanely good price for the card. I think Dino Raja gonna be in B tier. He could possibly be A just because of his wingspan. He's almost got an 8-foot wingspan, still has very good dribble sigs for a power forward card, and I like the fact that he can actually move with the ball in his hands and create his own shot at the power forward position, and he's actually a pretty good offensive threat as well. But I think for now, he's most likely going to be in B tier. Rudy Gay, I know it might sound crazy, but I think he's going to be in D tier. He's not a bad small forward. Like, he's still very solid. He's got a good player model. He can knock down threes. I think there's just going to be so many better small forwards and just other cards for the buy now price on this tier list. So I do think he's going to be in D alongside the Dark Matter Desmond Bane. Giannis, I would say you still got to give him, is he C or B? I mean, the card really doesn't have a great jump shot. His stats are pretty solid. I'm going to go Giannis in C tier though. I still think he provides a good wingspan, great player model. He plays way above his stats and badges because it's Giannis and he gets some of the craziest animations in the game. I just don't know if I can throw him in B tier. Hedo Turkoglu, I think he's going to be S. I think he's the best buy now point guard currently in the game. There are some other really good options like Ousmane Dieng and some more point guards we'll talk about here in a second, but Hedo Turkoglu is just so elite at that point guard position for being a buy now, especially with his hero version, but also the out of position is just as good. He's 6'10" at the point guard spot, 6'11" wingspan, which is amazing. But the best thing about this card has to be his release. The John Stockton pace, Trae Young upper on very quick timing is just such an easy jump shot to green and also super quick. He's got the Kyle Lowry size up, the Steph Curry escape, which means he can Curry slide. All around great movement on the card, and I do think is a top 5 buy now card in the game currently. Iguodala, I would say, is most likely going to be in C tier. Still does play good defense. I think he's that one step below Scotty Barnes, Ben Simmons, and Elgin Baylor. I think he's just that one step below those type of point guard cards, mainly due to his jump shot being a little bit baited. You know, he's only 6'6" compared to Elgin Baylor, who's 6'5", but Elgin Baylor has an amazing good jump shot and also better dribble sigs than Iguodala. So I think for now, at least, Iguodala is going to be in C tier. Joe Ingles, for me personally, I'm going to go either really high B tier because I do like him over Elgin Baylor, Ben Simmons, and Scotty Barnes, but I do like Bonga and Ousmane Dieng over Ingles, but I'm going to go, I think it's really tricky. I'm going to go Ingles in A tier for now. I think he's still got a great jump shot, 6'8" point guard, plays very solid defense, and is just the new upgraded version of a card like Luke Walton. Jonathan Isaac, I think you got to go C tier. He still plays elite level defense. He's 6'11" at the 3. Like I mentioned, has great defensive stats and badges, great wingspan, great size. I mean, he still can play very elite level defense. I just kind of question his offense sometimes, not having the best release and the best dribble sigs. Antoine Jameson, I think he fits perfectly in the B tier category. I like him over Vince Carter. I like him over Desmond Bane at the shooting guard spot, and I think he's got a great release, great size at the 2. He can move a little bit when he needs to, but mainly just has such a quick jump shot with the Cal Corvette base and the Carmel Anthony upper on very quick timing, a super easy jump shot to green, and also very quick. Kevin Porter Jr., I know it might sound crazy, I think he's going A tier. He is one of the more just offensive beasts at the point guard position. Like, I think he might be a top 3 to 5 offensive point guard in the game. Like, he's just so elite on that side of the ball. He just really lacks a little bit of defense. If he was a better defender, I think he would easily be in the S tier category. Like, if he was 6'8" or 6'9" and had better defensive stats, he might be one of the best point guards in the game, because that's really all he's missing at the point guard position. Kyle Kuzma, I think you also got to give A tier, possibly even S. I do think the card's got an amazing jump shot with his base and with his own upper on very quick timing, super easy to green, and also a very fast jump shot. He's got good dribble sigs with the Kyle Lowry size up and the tray escape. He moves at a very high level and just all around plays good defense. So I think Kyle Kuzma is going to be an easy A tier card. Magic Johnson, I know it might sound crazy, I'm going Magic in C tier. I just don't think he's really anything too special. Like, he's still a solid buy now card. Like, he's still going to be in C tier, but it's just like his jump shot's mid, his dribble sigs are okay. Like, he doesn't really move at a high level. He's just solid. Like, he's just an okay point guard. I think once he gets a dark matter and maybe better jump shot and better dribble sigs and he moves a little bit quicker, I think he could be one of the top point guards again. Marc Gasol, easy S tier. This man is a top 5 debatable center in the game. Like, he is so elite that I think he's a top 5 center in the game, and he's going to be for a buy now price, going for about 55 to 60,000 MT. He's going to be a 7'1" center, 7'4" wingspan. They actually gave the card 90 speed, 90 acceleration, which is super quick for a Marc Gasol card. He's got amazing defensive stats with a 92 block, 98 interior defense, 80 steal, 92 perimeter, and his jump shot is super knockdown. He can also handle the ball at a very high level for Marc Gasol card. Just all around, I think is a top 5 buyout card in the game. Mike Miller, I would say, is also B tier. Same thing with Shane Battier. I do want to put them on the same tier. They're pretty much the exact same card for that buy now price. I think him, Antoine Jameson, Mike Miller, all going to be in B tier. I think they possibly could be A. Like, I think Shane Battier, you could argue A tier. He's a really good 3-and-D card. I'm going to keep him in B tier for now and just see how the rest of the tier list pans out. But Shane Battier most likely going to get moved up to A tier. Next card is going to be Lamar Odom. He's solid at the small forward position. I do like him over Rudy Gay a little bit. I think Jonathan Isaac and Giannis might be a tad bit better. Lamar Odom just needed a new jump shot, and for whatever reason, they didn't want to give him a new release. I think Peter Gudmundsson got to be A tier. A very good defensive center. He's 7'2", 7'10" wingspan, has a very capable jump shot, and I'm still surprised he only goes for about 50,000 MT for how good of a center card he is in game. Scottie Pippen, I think he's probably B tier, very low B. I think he's a little bit better than Jonathan Isaac at the small forward spot, a little bit better than Giannis, and I do think he's also kind of on that same level of Vince Carter at shooting guard, but I do think he's going to be in B tier. Ricky Davis, I think you still got to give him at least A tier, maybe even in the S tier category. Debatably a top 5 shooting guard in the game, really good offensive stats, has an amazing jump shot with the Seth Curry base and the Oscar Robertson upper on very quick timing, super easy to green, and also a very quick release. I think Robert Williams, the hero version, probably going to go in C tier. He's just like another Jonathan Isaac type of card where his offense is going to be questionable, not the best offensive card, but defensively they both bring great defense to the table, and I think that makes him still at least in C tier. Rui Hachimura, I'm gonna go C. I think Rui's not that bad. I think he's a very just decent all-around small forward. I do like him a little bit more than Rudy Gay. I would say Sabonis has got to be B tier for me personally. I think he's probably going to be, A tier. I think he's probably going to be somewhere in that low A tier category. Sengun going to be in B tier. I think him and Scotty Barnes are very similar at the point guard position. And then I think Tony Kukoc, to round off the buy now tier list, I do think is going to be in B tier. Just wish he had maybe a little bit better of a jump shot. But yeah, guys, that's going to be my buy now tier list. Now I do need to move 2 of these cards at least from the A tier category into S. And I think very simple is going to be Kyle Kuzma and Ricky Davis. For me personally, I think those are the top 5 buy now cards in the game. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what do you guys think about my buy now card tier list, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.